Hello, good morning, and welcome to Calmsden Farm once again. Welcome back. So today is the first day of March here, as you can see, and we're going to be getting into some planting today. We need to. Actually, I haven't decided what we're planting. We have a little bit of grain left over from the previous owner of the farm. He's also left us a few other things. I'll sort of show off to you guys as we go along here. But this is all of our machinery, so we'll give you guys a little bit of a tour. This is our grain farm, and then as well we own the cattle farm on this map. We'll see that, might see that later today. I'm not quite sure. This is our basic machinery. We have the Flegel, the well there it is, the TMK 273. It's a nice big trailer. I believe it holds something like 39,000 liters at cap, but I have the weight caps put on in this series, so I'm not quite sure what that'll get up to. We have um, the K brand baler here, square baler. So we're gonna be making probably Hastings with this, just because minimize the number of bales we're dealing with and saves us time, and yeah, time is everything. We have the auto stacker here, the Arcusin auto stack, one of my favorite things, one of my favorite pieces of machinery. And we have our grain header here, the 1080 Convio from Kloss. And then if we swing around back here, I'm not going to do a total machinery look through, but we have a potato seeder, corn like row crop seeder, and a row crop planter rather, and just our regular old direct drill, the Vaderstad. Vaderstad Rapid A800, 8 meter working width. That's one of my favorite drills. I was actually quite upset when I didn't come to the base game. And here we have the Vaderstad. It's a disc, so it just we don't want to do super deep cultivation on this farm. I want to keep as much of our scatterings here as we can. So previously in this field we had canola. Now, what we want to do, I think, in this field, I'm not quite sure. I kind of want to. This map offers us linseed, so I'm thinking. Oh yeah, we have to. There's been a bit of an issue here, so I'll have to plot it up. But I'm thinking we put linseed over here in field 3, and maybe in field 2, just as a little experiment, and then field 5 and 10 here. Field 5, I'm going to be planting. What can I put in? I think it's oats is what I'm going to put in here. I'm going past oats. Yeah, we're going to put. I think we put oats in, and then we get an easy wheat crop in for next year. Either that or canola. Regardless, we're going to be double cropping this field, not with oats, but we're going to get 2 crops in 1 year, is all I'm saying. So yeah, let's begin. We're going to go grab a tractor so we can run this drill. We're going to grab, we have a New Holland T8 is what I want to use to run that drill. So we'll pop over here. I believe I put it in this shed here. Very slow opening door, as you can see. And get this door opened up. And if you guys have been around the farm sim community, you might be able to already tell, but I have taken a lot of inspiration from Daggerwin. So by all means, go check out Daggerwin if you haven't. He's a great content creator, and yeah, he's all around one of my favorite YouTubers. Very calming, methodical playthroughs of games through Farm Sim and ETS2 mostly now, but regardless, still one of my favorites to watch. So definitely go check him out. So I'm gonna get this hooked up, and then we'll go. Ooh, came in a little hot there. I'm gonna get this hooked up here, and then we'll get set up in the field for you. So after having checked the crop calendar here and sort of just making sure I knew when I was planting everything, I looked at linseed and I didn't realize linseed can only go in I believe it's March. So we're going to be putting in our linseed here. Let's double check that. Yeah, I can only put in linseed in March. So let's get our gates opened up here. And we've got to get these 2 fields planted today. So that is what I'm figuring is going to take up most of our time today. So we're going to head over down to the far field. I can't remember the field number, but our far field over here. We're going to head on down there. So we own this field here, and we're going to just use it as a crossing over into our furthest field right here. So if we get this gate opened up, I'll sort of show you around. So a little bit of fog out this morning, as we see with Farm Sim, as always, using the fog, although it can be very beautiful on this map. But we own, let me take you guys up really quick, I'll show you, so you get an idea of what's going on. So we own all of this land in here, and these 3 fields. Currently this is chickens, so I don't know, we might do some chickens further on. Field 3, that's what that is. Field 3, we own. So, yeah, that's what we're about to plant with the linseed, sorry. And field 2 as well. Field 5, field 10, and field 36. And then down here we have field 21, field 19. Field 19 is where I've got our sheep. Our sheep sort of held up. And then field 21 is still just a grass field. But I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to till it under or if I just want to leave it because it's so steep. I don't want our fertilizer to run off down into this river here and sort of pollute our sheep's drinking water. As well, we have this band of grass here below field 10, which we might till up at some point. But we'll just sort of have to see. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do there. As well, I'd like to eventually do some forestry maybe on this map. I haven't done any forestry in Farm Sim 25 yet, but regardless, let's get to work here. We got to get some linseed in the ground. We're gonna lose the light of day otherwise. So yeah, we'll get this set up. We'll maybe throw you guys on a time lapse here while I get my headlands done. But yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy me planting some linseed here. Before we go to time lapse here, I must say I am very glad that we have this the new GPS system in this game. It's just probably one of the most helpful things that they've ever brought out. One of the nicest things they've ever brought out in a farm sim. So I'm very glad that we got this. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's really quite interesting, actually. You could sort of see me panning around with the camera probably on the recording there, but it's quite interesting how Oxygen David has done this. He's done an amazing job on this map, I must say. And I will forever die on the hill that he is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, English map creators rather. He's just so good with the details, like just that little thing, like with the shrubbery around the fence, like how you get the sort of nettles that grow up a little bit longer up around the fence, and then near the field, nice and short grass. Generally speaking, how you'd want it. I'm not super familiar with the UK, as you might be able to tell with my accent and everything, but I must say, his maps are always just stunning and some of the most fun to play on, I must say. We're getting a little bit of shuddering with light. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I'm not quite sure what that is. I think that just might be the textures freaking out. Anyway, we're getting our second lap around the headland in here, and it's always very hard to see with this texture. It's just a little bit of a finer, a little bit of a finer texture, I guess, than the cultivation texture. But I'm never quite 100% sure if I'm actually going over something I haven't done yet. Right now, I'm pretty sure, but you never know. But yeah, let's keep on going. So we're coming up on our final bit of our pass here, our final bit of our second round of the headland, and then we'll be going on our up and down passes. There we go. Alright, good to lift that, I guess. Oops, sorry about the stick flick there. Just, I leave my controller sitting on my lap, so it does take a little bit of smacking from time to time. But yeah, we're gonna do our passes up and down the middle of the field here, sort of get everything nicely. Well, we're gonna get it nicely drilled so that we have a wonderful stand of linseed. I've not done the linseed yet, so I'm sort of curious. All I know is it's purple, but I've never actually seen linseed. Sorry, but that I've never seen linseed done in real life. So all I know is you make linseed oil and you seal wood with it, generally speaking. But this field should go by pretty quick, and so should the next. We're gonna have to get out the black sheep modding subsoiler there, everybody's favorite, and we'll just sort of have to till under that bit of ground there. But I mean, it's such a minute amount of grass. It'll take 2 passes probably, but yeah, let's get this field finished up, and then we'll focus on that in a little bit here. But I think that means it's time for a time lapse. For real this time. I was joking last time. I thought about it. It didn't make sense because I had a few things I wanted to say as I went around the headland. So here's to an actual time lapse. So here we are at the end of our last pass in this field for the time being. We've got our linseed planted. So back up, shut the cedar off, the seed row off, and now we'll go get off a field so we're not doing too much compaction. However, we are going to have to cut across right here through the muddy little gate. Ooh. Go. Wonderful. Alright, we'll park up here for right now, and I should go and close this. Running this. This is true. So we get this gate closed on up. Next time we'll be in there, we'll be spreading fertilizer on that. So that'll be... I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what the... Well, let's just take a look. Oh, we got a low autosave. Sorry about that, folks. Here it is, linseed. So July through... Oh, I can double crop linseed. Well, sorry. I don't mean to get distracted. There it is. It's not super high price. But I almost wonder if we just get a lot off it. I don't know what the expected yield is off of like linseed and whatnot. So as you can see, we've hopped into the class Axion 960, I believe is what it is. Let's get this back in. Yeah, double check what it is. I believe it's a 960. Yeah, 960. Okay, let's get this folded up. Perfect. Okay. I believe this fits through this gate right here. Squeeze on through. And hope it isn't too quiet, the machine sounds, because I have turned them down. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry. I thought we weren't picking up any game audio. It's just, it's really low on my mixer, so it was barely showing up. Right. So let's allow create fields here. And we're just going to tear this up. So we get it nice and... Oh, right. You can go really fast with this thing. So, yeah. We get this torn up just so we can plant into it, because it's a bit of a wasted field space otherwise. And once we get this dealt with, then we can start planting our, pardon my pauses, our linseed stand. And hopefully it comes in, nice and thick, and we're dealing with a good crop. But once again, like I said, I know nothing about how linseed works, at least in this game. But yeah, like I know nothing, so we're just gonna sort of have to go with the flow, and we'll test it out because it's a different crop. But yeah, I think we're gonna run oats in this field right here, and then either oats or, well, yeah, we'll plant oats right now, and then we might. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. We'll figure it out as we go, but oats in here, and I can't remember if I said corn in that field 10 down there. We're gonna try and do some corn silage. As you can see, we have the you're gonna make me the Laconde. I couldn't remember for the life of me what that thing's called. Lacotech, that's what it is. Lacotech tractor forager. So you clip it on, you hook it up onto either your front pickup or your rear pickup, and I think it's generally speaking meant for the rear pickup. So you're meant to run it on like off a Fendt 900 Vario or 1000 Vario, but not the 1000 MT, or I know that's what they call a Challenger. I can't remember if that's what they still call the Fendt, but we'll run down to our... Sorry, I got sidetracked. But we'll see. I think we can get away with it on the front. We have a pretty hefty weight that I'm going to be running on the back of the class, so that we we keep all four wheels on the ground while we're working with it. I hope that works, but we'll just sort of have to experiment with it. If it doesn't work out, then we could look to either just getting an actual forage harvester. If we need, we could take it a loan to get it. I'm not opposed to taking out a loan. It's just a matter of we have to sort of get it paid back eventually, which I always struggle with in this game, because I just sort of forget it's there, and then I notice the payments, but I'm like, it's whatever. But yeah, we're in our other field here, field number 2, second field of linseed, and sorry about the map there. Just got to close it up. Yeah, so we're going to get this planted in with linseed, and then we'll see how much time we have left in the day. We might have time to take you down to the cow farm and the sheep farm, just sort of take a look at things down there, but it all depends on... Oops, sorry. I got distracted with my own talking and run right into the wall. God. Well, that would not be good. Good thing this is in virtuality, not reality, because we would have just bent up the... well, we would have broken the wall, and bent up the 3-point link on the front of this wonderful New Holland T8. I must say, I'm kind of disappointed with the lack of New Holland in Farm Sim 25. We've always had a very good selection of it, and it's only now this year we're looking at quite a small selection, I feel. But maybe that's just because I'm used to a very large selection. The one thing I am very disappointed with is the number of base game class machines. They all came on Mod Hub, which is just, to me, it's just strange. I don't understand why Giants didn't put them into the base game if they're just going to release them on Mod Hub. But I suppose if they have a date or a deadline that they're trying to meet, with the release of the game, I could understand how that happens. But yeah, I just don't understand why they took out all the class machines, because I quite enjoy having them in. But regardless, they come out on Mod Hub. They're just as good. So I'll be looking forward to seeing what we can get for some class machines this year. I'm very curious, as well as the Agco White and Agco White brand sort of machines. I'm curious just to see what we can get. We got a little bit of clearance to the fence. I'm gonna have to back this cedar all the way up because we're gonna need to get into that corner there, which is all right. But yeah, it's just odd, I think. So we're gonna get this field done. Maybe a few jump cuts as I have some things to say around this headland, and then we'll get into a time lapse for you guys, so that you guys don't have to listen to me ramble, because I know that could be pretty rough to listen to. So let me get the second pass around the headland done, and then we'll get to work on the rest of our passes here. Alright, so here we are coming around to our last bit of the headland. Get our the steering wheel once again. I don't know if I said that in the last video, but I feel like it gets picked up quite heavily with my mic. But please do let me know. We might be able to work something out. Oops, I'm doing a terrible job of backing this up right now. I'm sorry about that. There we go. Sorry you had to watch that. That was brutal. But yeah, here we are coming through our last little section of this headland, and then we're gonna go and get our passes up and down done. So this day is looking pretty productive, I must say. We've gotten almost 2 fields done here. We will have 2 fields done by the end of the day. I would at least imagine we will. If we don't, something horrible's happened, because, well, that would mean this field takes 7 hours of in-game time, obviously, but 7 hours to complete from this point forth, and I don't foresee that happening, but, oops, sorry about that. I don't foresee that happening. However, I suppose it is possible. So let's get the drill drop back down here. So, I'll throw you guys back on a time lapse, and we'll get this field finished up here, and then we'll go take you guys down to the cow farm so you can sort of check things out and see what we're working with down there. We've got a pretty okay setup. Let's enjoy the planting of this field. And that takes us to basically the end of our linseed seeding. We're just linseed seeding. Sort of an odd thing to say. Our linseed drilling. We're just coming up to the end of our final pass here. Get the drill lifted up. out of the ground, and we can fold it on up. Now, while that's doing its thing, we're gonna get ourselves turned around here. We'll whiz along down the fence line. And yeah, that's the end of drilling for today. And that's 2 of our 4 arable fields that need to be drilled. So going forward, oops, I've hooked it on the gate, it would appear. I'm not quite used to having to drive around like this yet on this map. It's been a long time. I've been away from Farming Simulator for basically all of Farm Sim 22. I don't know, I was a little bit disappointed by FS22, but I'm very happy to come back in Farm Sim 25. It could be I was just, a little burnt out from it. But regardless, we get those gates shut, and oops, put my flashlight away. We're gonna take our seed drill here. I'm gonna bring it back into the yard. Then I'll have to close up all my doors because I've left them all open for people to steal things out of my shops and whatnot. So we get this up into here, and the dart came a little quicker than I was expecting, actually. So I can still take you guys down to the cattle farm, and you guys can get a nice little view of it. I'll just leave this here for the night. It doesn't need to be anything special, and let me just get these doors shut real quick. There we go. Heavy door. Whoa! Just took my head off. Oh no! I'm going to drain the battery. That wouldn't be good. We'd have a flat battery in the morning. And then what would we do? What would we do? We'd need a new seed drill. Tractor. Ooh, through the nettles here. I realize I've left this gate open all night as well. Or all day, rather. Not all night. All day. So we can get these closed on up. We'll take the truck down to the cow farm. Get some street lamps around here or something. Although, it is in the countryside, so we wouldn't want street lamps. Oh, goodness me. Steering lag. Still gets to me. I'm not quite used to it yet. Especially when switching between controller and steering wheel. And I'm still not quite used to where everything is. But this is the cattle farm here we're just pulling up into. Hopefully it isn't too dark for you guys. But yeah, I'll just pull into here. And as well as the cattle farm, it's also my grassland farm and whatnot. So you can see we have the it's the Chrome Swadro. Yes, the Swadro. We have the Stroutman Trevis Vit. I'm not gonna try. The 4601 Stroutman. Yeah. The K brand feed mixer for the cattle. So we will be getting cattle coming soon. We have the Samsey P8 890 as our tedder, and we have the Samsey front and rear butterfly and just plain front mower. And then we have the K brand Primor. This is straw blower for our cattle, so we'll be able to get our cattle. Oh, I've left this door open over here. My mistake. This is some of the these are some of the bales that we've been left by the previous owner. Nicely stacked up in this barn for us. And as well in this barn, we have our little New Holland skid steer. How could I forget that? What a simple name. We have our our water tanker. We have just hired the local co-op. Once we got our cattle, we're in agreement that they will. Is that a dog? Do we have a dog? Oh my gosh! We have a dog. Hello, dog. Oh yes. Good boy. Anyways, I didn't know we had a dog on this farm. Where's his house? Where's his house? I don't know. Poor fella. Yes. The wonderful slurry pit for the cattle, as well as the Flegel animal trailer. And then in this barn, I believe is where I am. Yes, it's our JCB telehandler. This is what we'll be using probably mostly for bales, so we'll have to bring it up to the main farm, but luckily it's not too far of a drive, so if we're doing a ton of straw bales, that's probably where we'll be keeping them, as well as another front end loader here, but this is mostly going to be just for shifting stuff around if we need. It's the Massey Ferguson, the 690T here. I've loved this tractor for so long. It's one of my favorite modded tractors to ever come out. But I believe I've shown you everything here on the cow farm. We're just going to run on down to the sheep farm. It's just right down here, actually. In this field, in fact. So if you can see, way down there, you can sort of see the triggers, but this is our sheep farm, so in field 19. I think I told you guys that at the start of the video. However, doesn't matter if I did, now you know. But I believe that's everything I need to show you. We have nothing in the farm silo down here, nothing in the milk storage. Pretty much are pretty bare bones right now for what we have. We have a tiny bit of canola and a tiny bit of wheat left over from the previous farmer's last harvest that we bought off of him in the property. Yeah, the property deed, basically. We signed an agreement that I would take some of the grain, but I paid a little bit higher price, but that was okay because I think I was doing him a bit of a favor, and I also get to make a bit of money off of it. So if we're ever in a tight squeeze here in this first year, we'll be able to sell some of that grain that's left over. But I think that's gonna do it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment any suggestions that you might have for me. I know I say a lot. Sorry about that. There it is again. I'm very aware that I say it. It's just I can never stop myself from saying it. So it's just a nasty habit. But that leads us here to the end of the video. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.